state, do not ignore it. It's also a big mistake to try and handle your tax problem on your own. If you owe back taxes, it's a fact that the government has the power to take everything you own, including your home, business, wages, savings, and your freedom. But here's the good news. There's a special toll-free tax hotline set up especially for you. This tax hotline will tell you about new programs that are geared to help you dramatically settle, reduce, or eliminate what you owe. But you have to call now. Take down this number or put it in your cell phone. But call 866-761-0959. 1-866-761-0959. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can reduce or eliminate back taxes, including penalties and interest. You can also be helped if you have unfiled returns, a tax lien, wage garnishment, bank levy, or if you've been entered into a payment plan but can't make the payments. Don't make the big mistake in thinking you can ignore or handle your tax problem on your own. You can stop the collection process immediately. Call this special tax hotline today for free info at 1-866-761-0959. That's 1-866-761-0959. 1-866-761-0959.
Hey folks, if you're like me, you don't place a whole lot of trust in today's media for the real truth and facts regarding the volatile world of finance and politics. When I want the real scoop on money, I go to the most trusted source I know, my good friend and colleague, Bob Cardoso. Bob is a noted financial expert with a PhD in international finance who airs his nationally known and syndicated show, Robert Cardoso Live, every Monday through Friday, 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. With Bob, you'll get the right information at the right time, firsthand, from someone who knows his business and can help you make the right decisions concerning yours. Bob airs live every Monday through Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on blogtalkradio.com/Robert Cardoso Live, or you can choose any one of his archive shows at blogtalkradio.com/Robert Cardoso Live. That's blogtalkradio.com/Robert Cardoso Live. For complete and honest commentary on politics, finances, and culture, check Bob out. You'll be glad you did. Okay, hey, we are back right here at the Conservative Syndicate, the show that I'd like to say, real conservative talk from real conservatives. And I am your host, John Matthews. I have my co-host, Joe Hakos from Dryer Report with me tonight. And let's get into our topic tonight, our first topic tonight. I said they're simple topics, but they're not necessarily easy. Because I think, I was trying to think of the word, Joe, that if I wanted to describe the Clinton time, the Clinton era, I think I would be the era of ambivalence, to the point where people know that they're crooked, people know they're trash, white trash for that matter. I like to use that phrase as somebody raised by a gentleman from the South. And but yet nobody really seems to care enough about that to keep them from continuing to do what they do best, and that is to lie, cheat, and steal. I mean, these people have mastered it very much more than Barack Obama. I think he probably learned a lot from him. But I can't think of anybody better, with perhaps the Kennedy family, that has been better at putting out a facade of public service and yet benefiting from it so many ways. I mean, the Kennedy family never really needed the money, but they wanted the influence. I always look at Joe Kennedy as the alter ego of Vito Corleone. He wanted to legitimize the business, that he was in, which was killing people for money.
Well, leave the gun, get the cannoli.
But but the Clintons have over the decades that they've been involved in so many things, illegal and unethical.
No, come on, John.
And society, it's that thing. It's kind of like I kind of think we'll see this during Hillary Clinton's campaign. Is the idea that we're just going to bore you to the point where you just don't care to listen anymore.
Well, John, remember, Hillary wants to be our champion, okay? Now, that's the message that she gets as she's going back to first class. She's done traveling coach, buddy. You've seen that, right?
Yeah, I heard something about that she's flown for the first time in coach, probably since her first meeting with Sal Alinsky,
Oh, way back before, before she graduated from whatever leftist educational university that she graduated from. If she graduated, I don't know. Do we have her transcripts? We never did get the last guys.
Oh, I don't know. You would think probably somewhere she would have had to gotten a degree somewhere. That doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Well, yes, understand that. But understand this too, John. You were talking about the ambivalence of everything. Now, understand now, they had a lot of just so much assistance from the media and the press of this great country of ours who just decided, well, you know what? We kind of like these guys. We're really not going to cover any of that stuff. We're just going to just ignore that until, well, you had a dress standing right there in the middle of the television screen. It was kind of hard to ignore anymore, or when it was being brought into as evidence in a trial proceeding. So, without the press, these guys don't get away with this now. Let's just keep that in mind.
Well, yeah. Well, we need that. They need the force. They need that element that can neutralize everything. Like we have just a couple quick things that have just happened here.
Yes.
In just the last couple of weeks here. We have the book. This book that's come out. This expose is the phrase they're using from somebody who knows for a fact that she used her position and is still using her position as Secretary of State, just like Bill Clinton is using his position as former president of the United States to bring in foreign money into their quote-unquote foundation. And, she just plays it off. It's like the comment was so rehashed. When I first heard it, I just thought, boy, you guys have really figured out that the majority of people in this country really don't care enough about what you do to even pay attention to it. Oh, this is a distraction. We expected this distraction. This is the vast right-wing conspiracy getting ready to go again. And, maybe we'll get to the issues. It's interesting that everybody just wants to talk about me. And I'm like, they don't even have to practice and they don't have to think anymore. It's just like, okay, scandal, let's see, what kind of scandal? A, B, C. Oh, okay, it's a C-type scandal. This is the response. It's just like hit the play button, and this is what we're going to say. And everybody, the press still sits there like lap dogs, panting like they're waiting for their drink of water, and they still go along with it. And yet the American public, I think this is going to be the advantage that Hillary Clinton has, is that the American public is so sick of listening about them that nobody will even care. Nobody will even care to hear how inept this woman is. In fact, I offered this last week. They were talking on Athea Mitchell came out and printed an article. A couple of people too, but I remember Athea Mitchell was the one that stood out to me, talking about, I know what it was. The video that you played for us last week, the soundtrack from the video you played last week, asking people...
Hillary's achievements?
Yeah, what were Hillary's achievements? And so what I did was I went and found that video, and I put it on my Facebook page. And it is a telling video. I think it's like 5 to 8 minutes long or something like that. But they, all these kids, George Washington University, talking about what a great leader Hillary Clinton is, all the things she's done to make the world a better place, and this, that, and the other. And then the reporter asked every one of them, well, can you name anything she's done? And none of them
John, they weren't saying that. They were saying what an awesome thing it would be to have a woman as president, and Hillary should be that woman.
Well, I mean, there was differing views. Okay, the thing that was coming out, some of them said, yeah, it'd be great to have a woman president. Let's follow up black president with a woman president to show the world how much we've progressed and blah, blah, blah. But there were some other people who talked about her leadership and all the things that she's done to make the world a better place. I watched the video several times. And then the reporter asks every one of these people, well, can you name me what do you think the greatest thing she's done? I think that was it. It wasn't, can you name me anything? It was like, can you tell me what her greatest achievement is?
As Secretary of State.
As Secretary of State. And it was like crickets, man. I mean, these people couldn't come up with anything. The best they could, I don't really follow politics. Well, then how do you know she's a great leader if you don't follow politics? That kind of stuff.
Their professors told them.
Yeah, so what I did was I posted that on my Facebook page.
Oh, did you?
And I said, I will give anybody 15 minutes of my airtime to campaign for Hillary Clinton if you can name me one thing she did as Secretary of State. Now, this was a week and a half ago. Was it? Yeah, about a week and a half ago. You put this on, I think it was last Monday, right?
Yeah, it was last week.
Okay, yeah, I think it was
So
Monday.
still
last
over a
Monday,
week.
Tuesday.
It's
Okay.
pretty good.
I got one response.
Did you?
I got one response, a guy that said that he believed that Hillary's original version of Obamacare is what made it possible to get Obamacare passed, and he said, I think she should be given credit for that.
But that's not if she was Secretary of State. She was First Lady.
Yeah, well, but here's my counterman to that. I said, can you tell me or can you provide evidence to me that Hillary Clinton is the one that drew that up? Or could it be that Hillary Clinton was chosen to be the point person on that because should it fail, Bill Clinton wouldn't have to take the rap for it?
Oh, John, you devious little guy, you.
And he came back and said, that's a possibility. So I said, so I've yet to do this. I've yet to have it. It's just like I've been now on the air 8 years. 6 of those years have been during the Obama administration. And I still would give airtime to anybody that can come on this show and tell me how Barack Obama got them a job. I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me about the job you got that was created by Barack Obama. Because it doesn't exist.
That's correct.
Okay, and just like Hillary Clinton's resume does not exist, the only thing that can be said about this woman is she flew more than any other Secretary of State. Okay, so what? You know, and maybe showed a little bit more of the human side down in South America, drinking brewskis and all her CIA guys getting drunk and late and all the other stuff that goes on.
Well, that should just give her in line with a Wiley Post Award rather than President of the United States.
Yeah. And now I also said this. I said this years ago. I mean, sometimes I am really a prophet. I said this right after she accepted the position of Secretary of State with Barack Obama. And I said, okay, well, she lost the presidential bid. So what is she going to do? What was the argument during the primary in 2008? The argument against Hillary Clinton, well, Barack Obama, of course, it was he had no qualifications, but Hillary Clinton had no foreign policy experience. So I said, okay, she's going to take that position, Secretary of State, so that she can fill in that little hole in the resume and say, I have foreign policy experience. Unfortunately, the experience that she has, I don't think anybody would really want. But
it wouldn't be a resume booster.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter to them, to the left. All they can say is because she sat in the seat, because she carried the title, she is qualified. See, that's you only have to show up in the world of leftism. You only have to show up. You don't have to do anything. You have a college degree from a university in communications major, and you can't put 2 sentences together. You can't write an article and even spell check it. You know, but it doesn't make any difference because you work for the New York Times, then you're considered some type of upper echelon journalist. You know, it doesn't make any difference. It's all who you know. It's not what you know. And that is the world that we live in the world of politics. So Hillary Clinton, her whole campaign is going to be a champion for the middle class.
Oh, my champion.
Yeah, she's going to be a champion for the middle class. And the way she's going to do that, of course, is by raking in millions of bucks.
and say we can't have that in politics.
No, and she's doing all the indicators are all that influence, any influence that she has is not in terms of helping us, it's in terms of helping foreign countries establish businesses here and receive favoritism and all the other things, which is the underlying theme, of course, is capitalism, which every leftist in the world says capitalism is evil, but yet they're using the very same thing to do the very same thing.
Well, she's using her position as Secretary of State to do that, given that opportunity to foreign governments and foreign entities while she was Secretary of State. I don't know. I believe that's probably breaking the law somewhere.
Yeah,
there's probably something about that in some kind of statute somewhere.
And the problem that the Obama's having with it right now is they won't even deny it.
Yeah. Well, you know, she's saying, I can prove I'm innocent on this, but I deleted all my emails.
Yeah, and, you know, Josh Earnest is being pressed on it every single day. He came out twice, I think, the other day and said, we can't prove it one way or the other. You know, we don't know if she did